This was kind of the outflow of the storms. And again, as we said, these are very quick moving storms coming through here. You also see an area up here along 33 over into portions of Hanover County by Montpelier. So again, we've had the rotation lock come in and out a couple of times on this storm over us here. Again, the velocity data, and I think some of this is going to be basically aloft over us. So we may be seeing the rotation a little further aloft than this scan actually allows. But right here, okay, so there is Patterson Avenue, which means Interstate 64 is here. And West Broad Street's going to be up there also. So this is the area where we've got maybe the sign of a little bit of rotation ongoing in this storm. Again, no warning on this storm yet. We do have the tornado warning that is down to the south of us. As you can see, we're going to widen the view out for you here, take you down to that tornado warning. That is down here along the Virginia-North Carolina line as we head south of DeWitt. Head down again right here for this storm that's now exiting North Carolina, moving into Mecklenburg and over into southwestern portions of Brunswick County. That warning is in effect until 3:15 this afternoon. And again, this is fairly high up. So when we're looking here at the storm, we are about 6,000 to 7,000 feet aloft from where this storm is. So that's this storm. There's the reservoir, Lake Gaston down here. So South Hill is going to be up on this side over here with Interstate 85. So again, mainly southern and southwestern portions, Mecklenburg, Brunswick County, that's where these storms are headed to. Again, we'll put a track on this storm as it heads rapidly off to the northeast, up in, down in this direction. Grab the storm track again on it for you, and there we go. Okay, show you where it is. There's the tornado warning in effect, and you can see that storm continuing to move off to the northeast. Let me shut the warning off for 1 second. Boom. That'll allow me to do this a little bit better. All right, and headed up in this direction very quickly as we go this way, and you can see I'm going to be a little quick on this thing, but you know, in the next few minutes the storm is headed towards Ebony Grove right there, Joyceville, Ebony Grove, White Plain, Golson Hall, Hicks Mill. There's the new warning I think that just came out right there. If you check on the Tap My Phone, Matt, that's probably a new warning that just came out over there.
I'm waiting to see if that's going to be the Henrico County one that we're looking at. I have not seen it yet, JB.
Not seen it, but that's another warning that's just been issued over the area right now, so inside of our region. There's the tornado warning down to the south that includes Brunswick, Lawrenceville. Haven't seen it showing up on our system quite yet over us here. There's the system up here that's being picked up now. We're getting a basically a little arrow right here from the storm that is up here, showing it headed off towards the northeast. So this one's going to head up towards Ash Lake. This is a severe storm. Again, the Viper Tornado Index is about a 2.4, which is, you know, marginal for us here, but this is also, again, showing some of the locations it's headed to. Glen Allen at 2:58, Laurel West at 2:59, Mountain Laurel at 3 p.m. So again, south of us, tornado warning that we have going. There's the printout that's coming through that we've got, you can see going through, kicking out printouts over us here to show you what's happening. So I can tell you we've probably got something that's just cranked out. What is it, Matt?
That is a severe thunderstorm warning for
this storm.
Richmond,
This storm right here.
County. Yep, that's the one that just popped. It's
got King William County. It's got it's got Hanover County, and it's got the very northeastern corner or northern part of Henrico County and a little bit of the city of Richmond, northern part of the city of Richmond. So that is until 3:45 this afternoon for this storm. This is the one that just took off, starting over Powhatan. Now, remember this, folks. Severe thunderstorms, strong damaging winds in excess of 58 miles an hour. It is also hail, excess of 1 inch. Tornadoes are possible, although they are not viewed as the main threat from this storm. But once again, this is the one coming right through, so it's now cleared through Short Pump. It's cleared by Deep Run High School. It's up in the area by Glen Allen High School. It is up by the brand new Mormon Temple, if you've driven past that, on Staples Mill Road, and that's going to rapidly move into portions of Hanover County right now. So that's going to be moving up towards basically the Ash Lake area and continuing to move, as you can see, up into that region. So I just want to click. I'm going to shut the warning off here for you. Let's take the warning off. Go ahead. Go away, please. Boom. There you go. So we can go in and concentrate on the storm a little bit, show you what's happening. Again, accelerating rapidly to the northeast. So this one, there is 33. This is, as you can see, right up here as we go up basically towards Gwaltney and also towards Heath Store, Mount Herman. So this is going to pass on the north side. There is Virginia Center Commons right over here. So this is passing on the north side of that area, although this heavy stuff's going to come towards you there. So that's basically going over towards, the Virginia Center Commons, Target. You've got the Best Buy over there. You've got Publix over in that location. Of course, you've got the new sports facility here. This is coming through very quickly for you, and it's going to have very heavy downpours, strong gusty winds, and then the strongest part of this is moving right up basically towards the Hanover County Animal Shelter that's located here south of Ashland, and it's going to move over towards Hanover Courthouse itself. Matt?
All right, again, we are also on the air for the tornado warning in Brunswick County until 3:15. Want to focus in on this for a couple of minutes here. This is just coming over the line there from Lake Kerr, moving into southern sections of Virginia. Again, we look at the rotation right here. That's what we're looking at. You can see the greens and the reds, so we just give you a quick little pixel query on both of those just to give you a quick idea. We're looking at very minor rotation, but rotation nonetheless, roughly talking at about 40 miles per hour or so. This storm is moving to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour, so I'm going to take the leading edge of that rotation and move it northeast, and here we go. This is going to be over Brunswick at 3:08 this afternoon. It will then move toward Powhatan at about 3:13, Fitzhugh at 3:15, and then finally down to Raccoon at about 3:22. Again, that's the track of this particular storm, which again, a tornado warning is in effect until 3:15 with this storm. Again, we do have some rotation here. This is heading our way. We look at shear rate with this, and we are noticing that it's not super great at this point. There are some areas of some twisting, but one thing I was noticing is there's a bright area of velocity moving toward the radar. So what we might really be seeing here is possibly a downdraft or microburst type of thing. If we can generate enough power to come out of the sky and then go outward, we're marking potentially 76 mile per hour winds at about 2,000 feet, and that could come down toward the ground. So this would do just as much damage as a weak tornado. Again, we're talking about potential for small trees down, shingles, and maybe portions of really weakened roofs to rip off. Of course, there's the Powhatan as well.
Let's point out Mecklenburg County has been cleared
from that. So
Mecklenburg County has been cleared from the tornado warning. The tornado warning remains in effect until 3:15 p.m. for Northampton County, North Carolina, southwestern Brunswick County. So this storm is near Ebony. Just a couple moments ago. It is not too far away from Broadnax. It's moving northeast at 50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour. So let me put a brand new update on that. That's a new speed there. So let's drop it in at just about 50 miles per hour. There we go. And you can see exactly what Powhatan 312 now, Greentown 314, Fitzhugh, you were 315. We've sped it up a minute or so. Harris Crossroads 318. And what I've done, John, is taken that really strong outflow boundary right here, and just decided that was going to be the focal point that we're going to lead with this particular one. I know you're watching that one up in Short Pump, John. Let's go back.
All right, let's come in here. There are two things to know. First of all, here east now of 95, crossing 95, these are the very heavy downpours right here between Ashland. This is basically over by, what is it, where they sell the RVs.
Right on 95, just north of Bass Pro Shop.
Just north of Bass Pro Shop, right by the way they've got there, over towards Hanover County Airport. I don't know if we can get a camera up from there, seeing what the rain is like there, because I think there's a camera right at that location. And then as we come down here, we can take a look. You can see right here, right along as we go by Longdale. So this is by Longdale Elementary School over in Henrico County, over by the state police headquarters. The DMV is right here. What I want you to notice on this tail right here, see the curl right here? This tells me that there are strong downburst winds right in this location coming out this way, okay? Coming out this way from here. Strong downburst winds possible. So this is going to be right over by Parham and US 1 and that area there, about to cross Interstate 95. It's going to head over as it crosses 95. It's going to move on the east side of Parham towards the Bank of America Operations Center and Bon Secours facility right there, which is really an office facility for them ongoing in that spot. As you can see, Weather 2 has I-95 Sliding Hill Road.
So that camera there, you can see, I mean, Is coming down in droves of rain here. Tough to tell because of the way the camera's positioned about the winds. It looks like right against the road here, there are some pretty good winds. So yeah, this is a pretty dangerous storm. Tough to drive it as well. Those traffic is very light there, which is not usually the case at Sliding Hill Road, as we all know.
Right. It's very, very often not that case right there at that location. It's going to be a real busy intersection there. But again, this is the area that we are watching as we come back to Weather One, show you what is going on with this storm here in portions of Hanover County and Henrico County. Heavy rain over East Highland Park. That's another warning coming down that I can hear alarming my phone as we speak. So we'll have to see where that one is going to come through for. Yeah, that's it. No, Henrico, King William, and Hanover. So they took Richmond. They took Richmond out of that, I think, is probably what.
No, they issued a tornado warning for.
Tornado warning.
Tornado warning now for that cell that we've been talking about, John.
All right.
Until 3:30.
Till 3:30. New tornado warning that just came in effect. So new tornado warning. That is for Hanover. It is for Henrico, portions of Henrico, very southern portions of Henrico, but I think most of Henrico is going to be okay. It's King William County until 3:30 this afternoon here for this storm. I'd actually like to know where the center of this rotation happens to be from this, but if we go up here into the velocity data, my guess is going to be it might be right at that spot we were looking at.
Yeah, just to the west of Avondale, it looks like, John, right there.
Right there, the Avondale area.
Shear rate shows that pretty good too, actually.
Yeah, okay, we'll go over to shear rate right here so we can see what's happening in this spot. Yeah, right here by Atlee Ridge, okay, Mimosa, Hanover Heights South, this area here. So this is on the east side, as you can see. There again, tornado warning. It is for Hanover. It is for King William County. It is for Henrico. That is until 3:30 this afternoon. So you can see here, here is the shear rate that we've got reported in this spot right here as we query it for you here across the location. It's not huge, but it's there. There is Chamberlain Road, okay, which is 301. There is, that should be, AMF Drive right here off of Chamberlain. So we're talking, this is over not too far away from basically the Richmond Times-Dispatch printing press, which is just to the north, and it's not too far away from Rutland as we speak right now. So Rutland's real close in this location here. There's Mechanicsville right here, 295 right there. There's 295. So this is pretty much right on top of the Rutland area as we speak at this moment. So as we're going up a little further, just to the north of us, Hanover High School, Kersey Creek Middle School, those locations right up here. This should be, as we go over in here, yeah, this would be Rural Point Road, and that would move over to New Ashcake Road in that location right there. So that is the area of concern with this storm. Again, we will go to the reflectivity on it, and we will put a storm track on it. I think the speed of this is what?
55 miles an hour.
55 miles an hour. So this guy is just screaming off to the northeast right now, continuing to move up in this direction from this spot, going northeast. Okay, as you can see, 40, 45, 50, 55, that's close enough. So you can see Enfield, Globe, Aylett, Brewington. You're going to be under the locations of this. Okay, Blue Star Estates right now, Robin Ridge, Avondale, Oak Forest, Bent Hill, Shenandoah Estates, Buckeye. These are all areas going up along 301 and going off to the northeast. It is going to take you up into the area pretty close to Studley, the Studley post office right there. Dan works there. Wonderful post office to go and visit. And there's, again, I don't know if you had you just had something up there. Was that the storm relative velocity?
This was storm relative. But this is down in the Brunswick County area.
Oh, Brunswick County
I'm looking at Brunswick County while you're following that one.
Yeah, so we're watching this one again. This is the tornado warning that is in effect until the tornado warning for Henrico, Hanover, King William. That's 3:30, 3:15 for Brunswick, Northampton County, North Carolina, which is outside of our, really outside of our area right here, ongoing. And again, now we've got other storms off to the north here that's going to approach Caroline County. The rapid movement of these storms, Caroline County, you need to be aware of the approach of maybe strong, gusty, damaging winds headed in your direction into that location. So that's one of the things here. Again, now, core of the storm, the core of the heavy rain here, Blanton Crossing, it's east of Ashland. So it's east of Ashland over towards Hanover Courthouse. There's Studley, the area where we might be seeing some rotation in the atmosphere. You know, we're not getting the cylinders, folks. This is the East Coast. This is not Texas and Oklahoma, where these are easy to kind of find, folks. It's a little hard to dig them out right through here, okay? But as we look right through here, you can see what is going on with the radar data over us here. Again, we're going to look at the velocity data coming through. It's not clean-cut velocity over us. There are a lot of outbounds right here on AMF Drive. There's a weak inbound there in Mechanicsville. If we go to storm relative velocity, which is accounting for the motion of the storm up through here, yeah, the inbound's a little stronger in this location. Shear rate may help us out a little bit, but even again, this is a weak search. Okay, shear rate's pretty strong right here. AMF Drive, Mechanicsville Turnpike. This right there, Dogwood Knoll, Lee Davis Road. So we're right over here by 360. Bell Creek North. This area here is getting some pretty good shear that's ongoing right now. So that's not too far away right up here from Pole Green Market and some of those locations. Another area of shear that's a little more impressive up here as we go along and head up basically Ash Cake Road. So we're over just on the other side of Pole Green, not Pole Green Elementary School, Rural Point Elementary School. Pole Green Elementary School is right over there in that county. Again, tornado warning until 3:30 for these locations here, as we can see over us moving through from these strong storms, moving very rapidly to the northeast at over 50 miles an hour. So they're moving quickly. Again, now we're going to be looking up towards King William County, and of course King and Queen County, you're right next to it, and then we head up towards Essex County and Tappahannock from these storms, downrange from these systems. So again, storm track on this right now. Take the storm here, which I think is going to be probably right by Studley, move it off in this direction. Again, this is 45, 48, 50, 53 miles an hour. Zipping up here as we head right along towards Minor near the end. So Oak Forest, Georgetown Road, that's that windy road. They used that when they had the UCI Road Championships here, the race from Kings Dominion to downtown. Pebblebrook, Hilly Farms, Gills Acre. So this is in the area very close, just east of Kersey Creek Middle School, Hanover High School, and we have in that spot there. Matt, you've got you actually got both. Show that right there. You can show both warnings in case inside of each other.
So that's exactly right. So you know, beside having the tornado warning that you were just talking about, there still exists a severe thunderstorm warning outside for King William, King and Queen County, also for Caroline County and Hanover County. That's until 3:45. Of course, the tornado warning that you've been covering is for Hanover County and also King William County until 3:30. The other thing I just want to mention really quick here, John, I'm going to widen out this view for us here. We still have this tornado warning for Brunswick County for about 4 more minutes. It is right now on the edge of Greensville County line. And one of the things I was looking at here as I kind of slide in, and one thing I was noticing when I look at the actual data here, let's grab that real quick, and we go over to the velocity. Still some very strong straight line winds is really what I think we might be looking at here inside of this. We might be talking about straight line winds of easily 79 miles per hour. Again, high up in the sky.
Again, aloft at that location.
Still coming down, you're 50, 60.
Yeah, so that in that area is probably what, about 4,500 to 4,500
I can tell you
feet?
1 second there,
Did you
John.
take a look right there?
Yep, let me grab this and let's see here. We are right there. We are looking at 3,000.
3,000. Okay, so that's legitimately possibly coming down.
Right.
And but we're not seeing the rotations, the red and the greens right next to each other.
Yeah, I mean there's some broad rotation here, John, but not not as great as what we were seeing earlier. You could certainly see it if I grab my pen tool and I circle right there. You're looking at areas right around Fitzhugh, which we thought would be about 314, where you'd be seeing the stuff, and we're 312 right now, right? So you're right at that point. When we look at Ville density, we're not really seeing anything too exciting with this. A little bit of hail maybe out near Ezel. Again, we're talking, a 1/10 of an inch. So we're pea-size hail, BB-size hail.
That's not even making it to the ground.
Exactly right. Yeah. So the point is, again, the main focus here, probably some straight line winds in those brighter greens that might be reaching the ground, 76 miles per hour with that. And again, I'll just check to see what that was, whether we're looking at another possible extension of a warning. We are not at this time. So.
Okay, trees down, US 1 near Randolph-Macon College. So that's right up here. We'll bring the map up here. So report of trees down, Randolph-Macon College. Hey, that verifies severe weather today for us, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
So right up here. So that's the storm that went through Ashland. So US 1 by Randolph-Macon. Okay, right up here. That's going to be north of 54. Okay, as we go through here, so those of you remember that was like one of the last ewe crops that closed up there at that location when ewe crops went out, and then it became a Martin's, and now it's actually a food line. But that's in this area right up here. So Randolph-Macon's right here. There is Ashland. There is 54. So we got reports of trees down in that location there. That's from the storm that's now gone off to the east. Go ahead. Why? We got a whole bunch of alerts going off.
Yeah, we sure do.
What you're hearing, all the
severe
alerts
thunderstorm warning now for Brunswick County and City of Emporia and Greensville County. So the tornado warning that was in effect to the south has now been shifted over to a severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah, that's fine.
So here's the tornado warning that remains in effect. This is now the northeastern part of Hanover County when you're getting up to the north of Hanover Courthouse itself, also in the area around Studley and Avondale and that area. And again, it's either two cells put together or we got a little something going on, a little something with maybe a little rotation built in, Matt, right here in this area. And of course, because we're in the middle, we got to shut the warning off so we can actually draw on these things. Okay, so you can see right here. This is an area right here that's got a little concern, and right there that I'm going in and highlighting, that is what we call a bounded weak echo region, which means there's not a lot of rain. Could be something coming down wind-wise through this. Again, that's north of Studley. It is about to cross the river into King William County. As you can see, Caroline County would be a little further north up here. Frog Level, which is where they've got the Frog Level Fire Station, that is located north of this point, up here, up towards Katy. Up through here as we get up to Hanover, so that's Hanover, and then basically up through here when you get into Frog Level, and that's when you go up to Dawn and you make the turn to go the back way to get to Meadow Events Park over that region. So again, these storms now headed towards Aylett, headed towards Rumsford. Very strong storms for them. And again, let's go down here and take a look at what's going on in Mechanicsville and in the city of Richmond. Heavy rainfall over the city of Richmond right now. Mechanicsville getting heavy rain. Sharon Park getting heavy rain over here. Looks to be now coming to the east side as we go through the east side of 360 for the most part. So it's left Pole Green area, the area around Pole Green Market, and moving through now Cold Harbor Farms, that area. So this is off over by Cold Harbor Elementary School. In this region, Cold Harbor National Battlefield, wonderful place to go hike or for a run, folks, if you ever get a chance to go out there. Very nice area. And then other storms back down towards Bon Air here, no lightning associated with them. You see we've got the lightning turned on right there. There's no lightning associated with these, but these are generating the strong gusty winds over the region. So the tornado warning for Northampton is gone. That's gone, so that's gone because that has expired. And then we just have the tornado warning that is in effect for Hanover. It is in effect for portions of King William, and I think Henrico probably has been.
Henrico's been removed from.
Yeah, Henrico's been removed from that also. So. Well, actually not. They haven't removed it, but it's still small part right there. But go ahead, Henrico, you're out of it. So you're out of it in that area right there. I can just tell from the storm. So now we're up, and the concern is up here from Studley up towards Aylett right now. Whoops, we don't want to do that. From Studley towards Aylett right now, that's where the storm happens to be as we are speaking in this part. So Aylett area, this is going to be the next area of concern. And again, downstream, folks. This is coming up towards our friends in Tappahannock, up in Warsaw, in the northern neck. So this is going to be the area that we're going to keep our eyes on for the next warning, possibly coming through. And remember, Matt and I were talking about it with what was going on this morning. Mm-hmm. This scenario was kind of reminding us of February 2016. Which now just made everybody in Tappahannock just stand up like this.
I mean, that was an EF3 tornado, winds 145, 150 miles per hour. It happened at night.
In the
about
evening,
8 o'clock
7 o'clock at night.
Right, so it was getting duskish, so this is a little bit earlier, which is good, so we get a little bit more time here. But yeah, the one thing that we talked about, you talked about yesterday, I talked about this morning, was this triple point, the meeting of the three different winds over us high in the atmosphere to create the shear, and that's what we're seeing. That's what we thought could pass.
That's what we thought was going to happen across the area today. That storm, by the way, in 2018 was on the ground for 28 miles, and there was question as to whether possibly there could have been actually EF4 damage in it, but they would have had to actually have two survey crews look at it. So again, here's the storm now. Okay, there's 301, there's Bowersville. It's moving to the east, and now it's between 301 and the north side of 360. Again, strong damaging winds possible right through here. Shear rate, it's not not super duper over us. We got some areas of bright green here. So you see by Apperson Store, Studley, Wicker Corner. So if you come up here, if you go from Wicker Corner up towards Apperson Store, this area, you're on McClellan Road. Right through here, you go by the house at Alexander's Corner, which dates from the 1600s in that location. And there actually is one little spot right in there, Matt, where you can see right here by Kirbytown and Beatty's Mill, okay, which is actually an old mill right there. That's that one little spot right there. That's where that shear is a little bit higher. It's not super duper, but it's a little bit higher out there in that one spot. So this is over eastern portions, 10.4, which means this is most likely strong damaging winds. So this is going to be affecting areas up around Old Church. Just off to the north. So Old Church probably getting some strong gusty winds. Old Church is located essentially right up here in this area here. And if you go further off to the east, those of you know where Marengo is, out just as you get into New Kent County, that's going to spin up towards you. Very rural location. Going to bring a lot of strong gusty winds there.
So John, when this storm came through Atlee, we're now getting reports, thanks to Jackie scanning for us, trees were uprooted in Atlee. And that was that whole thing that we were looking at there.
Right, that was that whole thing we were looking at up in Atlee coming through. Just heard more dingings on the phone.
Check that. Severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning, Jackie, for?
Caroline, Essex, King, Queens, Richmond, Westmoreland.
So
okay, so they're extending that out is what they're doing.
They're dismissing it as a tornado warning and extending it out as a severe thunderstorm warning is what they are doing in this spot right here. So that's going to be severe thunderstorm warning right there. They're extending it out, saying it's losing the tornadic characteristics moving through as the storm begins to move on out of the way, as we see right now across the region. Take you back into the radar, and we'll go back into the reflectivity over it and just take a quick look at this to see what's going on. Again, rapidly moving. There's the severe thunderstorm warning in effect, okay? You go away, go away.
John, as we've seen before, we don't want people to put their guard down.
Don't put the guard down.
Even though it's a severe thunderstorm warning, we've seen before where these things rapidly intensify, and we're staying on the air because of that nature as well. So,
This is not as severe a warning for it, okay, as we happen to have here, but it is still the potential for strong damaging winds. And the reason, as we talked about beforehand with these storms, as the storm is going through here, you see how this line of storms is squiggly, okay? It is along those squiggles, like for example, right here where we can possibly see, all right, we can possibly see a tornadic circulation develop. Right through there's a possibility. Right through there would be a possibility of something to spin up. And these spin up develop very rapidly and sometimes don't last very long, but they spin up and they produce severe damaging winds along with that. And then the other area right here down by Alet, this one right here, that's another area to keep our eyes on as it comes through. So we're coming out of the tornado warning right now. The severe thunderstorm warning downstream says no matter what, you're going to get a bad thunderstorm, okay? So that's King and Queen, Essex County, what did you say, Jackie, Caroline County? Westmoreland, Richmond. So they're taking it all the way. They're taking it all the way to all the way to the Potomac River and the Chesapeake Bay, is what they're doing with these storms. But again, this area right here, coming into Alet, strong winds possible out of that right now. So again, the tornado warning remains in effect for Hanover, King William County. It's in effect for the next 8 minutes and 5 seconds. How's that for precision right there? Until it expires right here. And again, these are the areas that I would be concerned. I'd be most concerned about the area just to the west of Alet right now from this storm right here. That would be the area of concern for me. And you can see along 360, we've got some shear. This shear doesn't look as bad, but that structure of the storm is such that it looks like it's going to make things rather nasty across the region. So that's going to be the way in which we go through and clear things out over the area here. I actually want to go up to the northern part of the storm, and I'm going to switch the picture off, and I'm going to take it out of Sterling because I just want to see what it looks like out of Sterling from the north. And it's kind of showing the same thing, okay, that we have up here. You get the squiggles in the storm. Let's go back just to make sure we check that right there. Take LWX, check the reflectivity, and sure, did it change? Whoop, nope, it disappeared. There we go. All right, and then if we come over here and look at shear rate from Sterling, so you can see what's happening. Shear rate's not showing as much because this is kind of right here. It's kind of the limit where you can really pick up the shear very well from that. So back to the Wakefield radar, show you what's going on here. Velocity data from this storm as it is now clearing out. Again, it's showing all outbound winds now on that. Storm relative velocity takes in the motion of the storm. Okay, there's the difference between the two. So this is the actual line. It's not showing a huge shear between Apperson Store and Rumford. So Rumford, Mattaponi Indian Reservation, this is going to be where Route 30 goes across in that area through there. So that's right up as you get into King William Courthouse location here. Again, this is going to be probably a lot of straight line winds, rotation, maybe not so much possible there across the area. So again, still we've got the strong thunderstorms, we've got heavy rain still over portions of Mechanicsville right now. Highland Springs down by the airport getting some strong rotations. Jackie, if you minimize that screen down, you can actually minimize the two browsers down. You can probably see what is Richmond, what are they reporting for wind gusts, as you can see over there. What's that? It's right at the top. Richmond's going to be right at the top on that.
Yeah, there's no gusts being reported right now, John.
No what?
No gusts being reported
No
right
gusts
now.
being reported at Richmond. Okay, so no gusts being reported there. Okay, so that's just coming through or it's just passed off to the east. Meanwhile, down to the south, let's take you down here. This is where we've got the severe thunderstorm warning that is down to the south, coming in out of Brunswick into Greensville County. It's close to, there's Jarrett right through here. There's Emporia, so this is probably going to miss Emporia, although one area of concern right here, that little appendage hanging down in this location on this storm, that's the severe thunderstorm warning that's there. Shear rate on this storm, let's see what's popping up for us here. Minimal shear as we can see right now, so that's a good sign in that location. Maybe this is just strong gusty winds and maybe some heavy downpours. Again, probably it's going this way. Should miss Emporia. Jarrett's going to probably see some heavy downpours, and then that'll take it into Sussex County up here as we go up towards Fort Nottoway. That's in Dinwiddie. Sussex County will be on the other side. Once again, that tornado warning expires in the next few minutes off to the north of us. Matt, you've got a shear rate right there to show us. That's by
I do. This is that southern end you were looking at down toward Apperson Store. And when we're looking at the shear rate here, we're now marking over 14. So that tells us we have some really good rotation within the first 1,000 feet there. And then what I was looking at as well was the SRV, or the radial velocity. And you can certainly note, if I just kind of grab the standard, there we got a little bit of bright green and bright red, nearly 86. So this looks like this might be intensifying. Shear rate was my first clue on that. And again, we'll have to watch and see how this goes because this is the area here bounded by those two areas that we're concerned about. This is on the southern end of this particular line
storm.
that's moving on there. So as we widen this view out just a bit here, you'll notice, again, it's on the outside of the severe thunderstorm warning, but remember, anybody near that is still going to be in the path
and that's going to take
danger.
you, that's as you're getting into the southern part over behind Matt's left shoulder. That's going to be the southern part of King William, King and Queen, and that's western portions of New Kent County. So that's an area to watch. See if, if all of a sudden you start hearing things digging in here, we know there's going to be more warnings coming through. That's right here on the very bottom of this storm, as we can see. And again, the part that is up by Alet, that is beginning to move this way, out of the way. And then as you can see a little further on up, you can see we've got this whole very strong looking line that's headed up towards Tappahannock and headed up towards Colonial Beach. It's headed up probably, this is going to clip Tappahannock. It may stay mainly to the north of Warsaw over in Richmond County, go up, pass up there, past the old Levi's plant up in that location. But again, look at the wave pattern there, right here. This wave pattern, that's what indicates the potential for strong damaging winds associated with this system. And again, these winds are all moving away from the radar site. Of course, the storms are all moving this way too. So you're not seeing that. If we put in storm relative, it takes out the motion of the storm. There's the inbounds versus the outbounds. So that's going this way. This is going this way from the radar. So maybe there's a little broad circulation here. There's Indian Neck, there's Rexburg. So this is off to the north. So this would be passing basically over towards Champlain over the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. And again, that is where the severe thunderstorm warning happens to be in effect right now. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning, that is expiring in approximately 2 minutes across the area. Again, if I turn that warning on for you so you can see what's happening, that tornado warning here is going to expire. Essentially, if Hanover County, you're done.
Expired the tornado warning? They just expired the tornado warning.
They just expired the tornado warning. So Hanover County, King William County, you're done. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is also going to expire there. We have the severe thunderstorm warning. That is up in the northern neck. Expect to see strong damaging winds up there, very heavy downpours. There is the possibility of tornadic circulations developing. We'll be keeping our eyes on that for you. We'll also be keeping our eyes on the storm located down to the south of us here from Emporia. That is headed towards Sussex County, probably towards Prince George County. And of course, to the west of us right now, we've got showers and storms. None of them, though, look actually extremely nasty, although this second area here may redevelop. Again, the strongest storms right now kind of along the I-95 corridor, to the east of it to the north, to the west of it to the south. Everything is moving off in this direction, so especially if you live in the eastern part of the state, keep an eye to the sky, keep it tuned to us, because if we get another tornado warning, we will be right back on the air to keep you updated throughout all of it. And of course, coming up on 8 News at 4, as soon as I get back and scratch it together, we'll have the latest forecast for you.